best way to do is to bring all this talent together, like senior and like younger generation. They should collaborate, and usually we get much more and better outcomes in this kind of collaborations than just having all the experts sitting together, because usually the expert mind has only one solution, but the beginner's mind, there are a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. Okay, hello, Mas Salman. Hello, Michael Lewrick. This is Mr. Salman. He has a very good company in Indonesia, very good in innovations, have a very great ecosystem and also culture. And I would like you to tell a bit about Paragon to Michael Lewrick, and then we can discuss about the Paragon.
Okay, Paragon actually is the biggest cosmetic company in Indonesia, maybe it's in Asia. The headquarters is in the Jakarta, so Jakarta have everything, the R&D, research centers, and I think we have the biggest research centers in Southeast, since many companies do the research not in the Southeast region. Okay. And the interesting thing about Paragon is we do our own research, develop our own brand, and we prove that local company like us can compete with the multinationals. And now we have 10,000 employees.
Oh wow, 10,000 employees, right.
And we're starting to prove that our R&D is very competitive compared to other R&D around the world. So for the last, there is some conference between R&D around the world. Our R&D team win like 12 posters to present in the London, UK.
Oh, that's amazing! You know, this shows already a lot of activities and a lot of outcomes from your activities.
Yes,
that's excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about the Paragon ecosystem, and what do you think about the future of the business ecosystem like Paragon has already done?
So first of all, my congratulations for your achievements.
Thank you.
That's really nice to really grow to 10,000 employees and also be in the same level as the multinational companies, because they have a lot of bigger budgets, you know, more people to create products and services. And if you are able to create with smaller R&D teams the same kind of level of quality and create the same impact for the customer, so you did everything right, first of all.
Hopefully.
And I think the next level would be also to look into not only the R&D, but also different business models, and also how to design communities and ecosystems to spread your brand across Southeast Asia, even to expand to Europe, to the US. This might be kind of an international market for you, because if you have really quality products, you know, and you are one of the market leaders right now in Indonesia, Malaysia, almost Southeast Asia, then it is a really good starting point, you know, to build on these things. But now it might need a little bit kind of a different configuration of the business model and ecosystem to come to the next level of growth, you know. And this could be kind of a nice discussion, you know, to see how this might work and have a different perspective then on the growth topic.
But the most interesting thing about Paragon is they have a lot of communities that connect each other. And please tell about the ecosystem itself.
Okay, first of all, thank you today. You make it very clear about what are we actually doing, because sometimes we just do it without knowing. Actually, sometimes it's the best or it's the only way to do it. I think we know that from the start that the purpose always give us more energy. So it's always good to have something beyond business, and it gives the energy to the talent to innovate. That's why we are focusing on building the education, because actually when you want to grow some innovation, you have to make your innovation soil, what do you call?
Medium.
Fertile, I mean like subur. Sorry, I don't know. The subur mean like the soil is good to grow the tree. And I think why is education? Because we have long stories about the education. Actually, my grandfather is an entrepreneur who really believe in education, but the company is going down. Actually, he died early, and I think my family believe that education is bring the family back to the track again, becoming good professional and starting the entrepreneurial, starting the company.
Yeah.
So from our perspective, a country like Indonesia really need a good supporter of education. And now we learn more about innovation, and actually the academic stuff is not enough. They need a place to grow their ideas, and now I think it's the best time for Indonesia to bring the education move further through innovation program. So I really like your program, Pak Dwi.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, because you bring all the, what do you call, PhD.
PhD in Indonesia terms is pas hampir almost drop out.
Almost drop out.
Students, yeah.
Because we need more Paragon in Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe one of your kids will become the next Paragon of Indonesia.
Wow, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Michael, like Pak Salman said before, is it that kind of co-evolutions or collaboration or radical collaboration? Can we call it like radical collaboration? Because Paragon is earlier as a company, cosmetic company.
I think it's beauty radical.
Beauty radical. As a company doing some cosmetic company, but also they put collaboration with the education industries. Is it?
I think that's an amazing way of growing talent, because you were already saying, you need talent as a company, and of course they need proper education, and they not only need initial good education, they also need a continuous educational program to upskill and constantly reflecting the learnings. So this might be something that is happening basically on two terms. It's kind of the basics, coming from university, collaborating, and then of course this might be kind of an in-house academy, that you're constantly looking what are the new skills, capabilities needed, and they changing much faster than in the past. So in the past was kind of a study program for 5-10 years, but nowadays new technologies are coming, new mindsets coming, new opportunities, for example, like business ecosystem design. So we have to be much quicker educating than the entire workforce, but also the talents about these new skills. So it's all about future skills, identifying the gaps, creating kind of programs for them, and then basically this combination about sponsoring education and bringing the talent back to your company, it's making you even more successful.
I see.
Mas Salman, how can you make those companies feel with the young generation, feeling very innovative and feeling happy, like a very unusual learning organization, so innovative?
Okay. So I think we kind of realizing that we do it unconsciously, of course. I think because this is a family business, family is the best place to grow, right? And the founders is giving so much trust to the second generation. At that time, I made so many mistakes. I always joking with the employee, if I was working in company like professional ones, maybe my founders will fire me like 3 or 4 times because of my mistakes. So I always said that please do the mistake is okay, because it's you can learn from it. Actually, now you have me back you up, and I think like what do you call it? Like if we don't trust the young people, then it's like I don't trust with my own history, right? Because the company is growing so fast because somebody trusts me, so I have to trust the young people also.
In design thinking, what do we call this phenomenon?
So what we're trying to do, we're trying to bring together interdisciplinary teams. And usually when I run workshops, I say, well, we can invite everyone out of the organization. This could be someone out of the controlling department, it could be a trainee, it could be someone doing an internship, but it could be also like the CEO. All of them should be together of creating or looking into a problem statement and solving the problem. Because usually what you need nowadays, and even more than in the past, you need different point of views to solve the problem together. And it doesn't matter if you have 5, 10, or 50 years of experience, because at the end of the day, what counts is that you're open for new possibilities, you're connecting the dots, and the best way to do is to bring all this talent together, like senior and like younger generation, they should collaborate, and usually we get much more and better outcomes in this kind of collaborations than just having all the experts sitting together, because usually the expert mind has only one solution, but the beginner's mind, there are a lot of possibilities.
Before you use design thinking for your company, what is the most different things?
The most different thing, I think, because like I raised in the very entrepreneurial family, I think. So thanks to my dad. Hello, Dad. So at that time, we don't know that it's called innovation, like trust the young people, the energy, diverse thinking. But I think from the beginning, I always thought that in the family, like, do you know credit card? Actually, it's found by some intern in the Citibank, some story like that. And we always like the Toyota things. Then they said the CEO of Toyota of America, they said that even though I am a CEO, I don't think that I'm more important than the new ones, because like Lewrick said that ideas came from everywhere. So we discuss a lot about leadership, innovation, young spirit. My father also raised by a military, and as we know, the soldiers, they put the soldiers so much in the big place, you know. Like if a hall called the soldiers' hall is much bigger than the, what do you call perwira? Yeah? The
high level army.
Yeah, it's always a bottom-up approach in our company, because we believe on Japanese style, like bottom-up approach. The, what do you call sumbang saran in?
Give some suggestion,
you know, like in our company, not only the youngs but also the front line, like 2,000 people in the factory can generate like 7,000 ideas.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think that's also important, like two-way of systems, like continuous improvement, right? When you look into these things, how can constantly improving the manufacturing, like the lean kind of thinking. And at the same time, you know, this is very important, that the cost is increasing and basically you get better product and you scale up. This is the exploit part. And on the opposite, you need the innovation part, right? Really being together with like a totally different view on the market, looking into like greenfield ideas, looking for the next moonshot, you know, what was coming next. And this is explore, right? So basically we need both the incremental kind of process of making it better, and at the same time, radical thinking. And of course, we have to understand these two words, right? Because both are important, but we have to find, you know, what kind of culture it's important to explore and what kind of culture to exploit. And of course, managing the transition of like new ideas, radical new market opportunities into then the exploit part of running it and also optimizing on a later stage. So this is really important. And if you manage, as you were telling us today, you know, it's awesome to see that this is happening. And even you have kind of a split kind of leadership team. You have one kind of leadership team doing explore and one for exploit. And I'm always pushing a lot of companies in Europe saying, look, you need two teams, you know, dedicating resources, giving leadership to them. And usually they're not ready for these things. So you're already kind of much advanced. So a lot of European companies thinking about leadership teams.
I just remember that the South Asian said that there, you cannot have two sons in the company, but now you have to have two sons.
Exactly.
Yeah, the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and Chief Entrepreneur Officer. That's what I say. Yeah.
So learn from Paragon. We see that there are a lot of psychological the zone in Paragon.
We try to.
What do you think? You have suggestion for other company to have gradually transform to a psychological safety so they can give their best ideas. Where do we start?
So basically what I'm referring to is called like a U-shaped team.
U-shaped team.
U-shaped team, right? So basically within this U-shape, no one is falling off from the U, right? Because everyone is kind of connected and coming together. If you are in the U-shape, you have kind of this safety, and at the same time you have a good way of collaborating and growing, getting better education, and like a leadership team really promoting what you do and bringing like the best products and services to the market. And this is basically what I would say, you know, U-shaped culture. And I learned also you're trying to have more connected teams on a teams of teams approach, and you have like 2 leadership teams with the chief entrepreneurial kind of idea and chief executive officer. I mean, that's a really good starting point then of doing the next level of growth. I think this is basically needed, and this could be like best practices for a lot of companies, how to apply and how to do it in the future.
Interesting. Okay, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mas Salman.
Thank you.
Would you like to give some closing statement to the audience?
I think from this conversation, I just reflect that some book said that if you want to have good innovation, you have to build the community inside the company or even build a family. So I think let's make a family.
Wow,
that sounds awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Michael,
thank you.
Would you have to something to say?
I think the most important part is really to start doing the transformation, right? And after doing, it's more like becoming and being. So this is kind of 2 major facts. And what I'm observing many times, people start doing, but they're continuously doing the transformation. And they're not coming to the next level. And I think upskilling the employees, investing in new technology, giving space for like free thinking and new opportunities is kind of really the step you have to do to come to the next level. And start with it, but it also reflect what are the next steps.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you for coming. See you again on the next episode. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.